All right, so a New Brunswick court just ruled that the Aboriginal title cannot coexist with what is the exact opposite of what a BC judge ruled, which is that the two can coexist. So, what does this mean? Well, the Supreme Court decided not to hear the appeal, upholding the ruling that there can only be one title, and the existing one that's in place stands. That's in contravention to what the judge in BC ruled, so the legal process proceeds with what the ruling was in BC with the Cowichan tribes, and that with that land along the Fraser River. Maybe it was the way it was worded, maybe it was the way that it was presented, and just the ruling in general and the whole way it went about just caused massive uproar, had the exact opposite effect of reconciliation in the sense that people who were previously unaware are all of a sudden looking at the Aboriginal as opposition in a way that could take their land, whereas previously they may probably didn't have that perspective. And it created a bunch of uncertainty as far as deal making goes, in terms of there were bigger transactions that were taking place where people just automatically didn't remove subjects or decided to back out of transactions. People who were looking to get financing in the area had lenders pull out or decide they weren't going to refinance. And in terms of the rest of BC, created a shadow of uncertainty on top of the long pile of things that are already creating certainty relating to land. So, all in all, the ruling and what came about was just a net negative, in my opinion. But now that there was a similar case in New Brunswick that the Supreme Court decided not to hear out, a lot of lawyers are commenting on this as it being more optimistic towards the outcome of the case and the arguments that they have. But it's still up to the Supreme Court to decide how to go about it. In all likelihood, they will hear it, as they don't necessarily want two separate rulings across Canada, but the facts of the case are still slightly different. So the legal process proceeds. So not completely out of the woods here, but we'll see how it turns out.